What's up, all loyal subscribers? This is Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you 5 questions with the Chase, episode 9. First off, I am sorry I have no chain. If you guys do not know, I am moving soon, but that's another time for another video. I'll explain more about the situation when it comes. So it's kind of packed up somewhere. You'll start seeing things in future videos, maybe my SmackDown review. Like I won't have stuff hanging on my wall or stuff like that. So, anyways, this is 5 questions with the Chase, episode 9. Let's get started. The first question comes from Mr. Sonic Dude 1994. Besides wrestling games, what are some of your favorite video game franchises of all time? Some of my favorite video game franchises of all time. I'm a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, the Final Fantasy and Disney mixture. Those games were always fun to me. I enjoyed those games. They were challenging, they were hard. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, hardest shit I've ever played in my life. I enjoyed that. I've enjoyed Jak and Daxter series. The Jak and Daxter series always brought fun for me. I always enjoyed Jak and Daxter. I do not know why. There's always fun. Jak 2 has to be my favorite. And the Ratchet and Clank series, which is still going on. I'm excited for the new game coming up to October. Along with, the sports series, 2K, NBA, Madden, all that good stuff. Thank you for the question, Mr. Sonic Dude. Mr. Wrestling Era met and asked me a funny story about Mr. Wrestling Era. He was one of my subscribers who came up to me and said, Chase, 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 and he says, I watch your videos, and I shook his hand, and I said, thank you, keep watching my videos. He was a good little kid, he's a great guy. You guys definitely gotta check him out. He wants to try for GOG. I wish him the best of luck. But anyways, he asked me, my question is, if these two BBs went to head, which will win, WrestleMania 16 or WrestleMania 21? Easily WrestleMania 21. 16 was a piece of crap, in my opinion. Nothing good came out of 16. Triple H walked out with the title when the crowd was over with The Rock. WrestleMania 21 built up, for better or for worse, Batista and John Cena as the two new top guys. Had a great match between Undertaker and Randy Orton, and a classic in Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Good opener with Eddie Guerrero and Rey. First ever time bringing in Money in the Bank. WrestleMania 21 basically built up a future that was pretty, for better or for worse, good for WWE in my opinion. It solidified new guys, had great matches, started new rivalries for that year. So for me, I felt WrestleMania 21 did its job better than WrestleMania 16. Thank you for the question. Lohoki, he keeps trying to tell me how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry, buddy, I can't pronounce his name to save my life. Question: how long do you think Christian will stay in WWE since he almost is 38? And also, do you think WWE will ever give him a good run as world champion? Christian, most wrestlers lose their. Christian was way past his prime when he won the world title. Sure, he's putting on entertaining matches still, but his prime years were basically his TNA run, in my honest opinion. They kind of just gave him the world title because of Edge, and do I ever see him winning it for a legit long time? Not really. To be honest, I feel Christian might win it before Mania just to face Bryan, which would be a cool match. That's just my honest opinion, but I doubt they would give him a long run. Even if he did win it, he would probably win it into Elimination Chamber somehow, in some stupid way. So thank you for the question, Derek Slohoki. By the way, also with the Christian timeline, I just really think he's done once he hits 40. WWE Championship sucks. 75 asks, what is your favorite gimmick from the Attitude Era? Good question, because I was a little kid growing up watching the Attitude Era, so really it's kind of fuzzy when I think of the Attitude Era. I do like the Godfather. Godfather always made me laugh as a kid. Kurt Angle going to the school, talking about abstinence and being that Olympic hero, that American hero that everyone should love no matter what. I loved him. He was very funny. And his time with the company, early 2000, I did enjoy that. Mr. Assman, Billy Gunn, I always thought that gimmick was funny. The Rock was a good gimmick. I enjoyed a lot of gimmicks from the Attitude Era, but I was a little kid. Chris Jericho's gimmick I always loved, especially when he turned heel on The Rock. I was like, oh my god, he was the first heel I ever liked, Chris Jericho, just because I love that man to death. He makes me laugh. He entertains me in matches. So, Chris Jericho. Thank you for the question. WWE Championship sucks. Bit 75. Final question for today's episode from Fort Minor Project. How would you book an angle with Ring of Honor versus WWE? Who would you have on each side going into the storyline to get the fans into it, and who would have a Survivor Series team match between ROH and WWE? Hold up R-Truth for a minute. So basically, for Ring of Honor, just to get them over, obviously you bring in guys like CM Punk. Bring in Colt Cabana just because he's very well known by the fans, especially in that New York, Chicago area. I believe Colt Cabana could get over since Survivor Series is taking place in Madison Square Garden. Bring in Kings of Wrestling just because they're a very well known tag team. I would have them in there just because of their tag team experience and how good they are. I wouldn't say Daniel Bryan just because of his Money in the Bank, but just to change it up, and I'm bringing someone back from Ring of Honor that's currently on the TNA roster. I put Austin Aries in there just because I think Austin Aries would fit the name well, if not a Samoa Joe. Either Austin Aries or Samoa Joe, I put it in there, even though Samoa Joe's irrelevant at this point because of how shitty TNA is booking him. And for Team WWE, basically because CM Punk's over right now, he could easily get it over. With a guy like Colt Cabana who's over, he can get it over. So yeah, for Team WWE, I would have John Cena on there. Maybe Randy Orton. The thing I don't like is if you put those two mega stars, it's kind of hard to say when you look at it. Like, can these 5 guys, like, you have one mega star in CM Punk, you have a mega indie star in Colt Cabana, you have a mega indie tag team in Kings of Wrestling, then you bring in Austin Aries or Samoa Joe, who I would bring in, mega star in both indies and TNA. Do you really think they could beat those mega stars? So I wouldn't put John Cena and Randy Orton on the same team. Either John Cena or Randy Orton would be the team captain. I would have Evan Bourne and Dolph Ziggler on there just because. Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston just because they're tag team champions. It would make sense, or even them, either Miz or Truth. Just because they want to show that they'll probably make it where ROH is a conspiracy. So either that team. I would put Ziggler or whoever the IC champion is at the time, Rhodes, just to show that there are champions. We're the U.S. champion or the Intercontinental champion. Whoever's U.S. or Intercontinental champion at the time, I'll put them. But I would prefer Ziggler or Rhodes just because I feel Ziggler and Rhodes could work with most of the Ring of Honor guys very well. If you've seen their match style, Ziggler, when he wrestled Daniel Bryan, that's a totally different style than what Ziggler knows how to wrestle. And he adapted to that well. So imagine if he faces a Claudio or a Chris Hero, and people can adapt to it. And Cody Rhodes, he can also sort of adapt, not as well as Ziggler, but I put them in there. Random text message. I have 2 new messages. Ooh, I'm popular. 3 new messages. Okay. But anyways, besides that, then also for like the final guy, I don't know, probably like a veteran legend, maybe like a Booker T or Kevin Nash, or just someone. Kevin Nash would make sense since he hates CM Punk and he calls him an indie scrub. Just a veteran legend just to get them over. Just to have a legend in there. No one like big, like no one who can wrestle, but just a veteran legend, pretty much. That's what I would do. So thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to inbox me your questions for Product Questions with Chase. Your channel will be posted in my description box down below. Like this video if you did. Subscribe up above if you haven't. Sorry if I'm stuttering here. Add me on Twitter. Follow me on Skype. Follow me on Twitter. Add me on Skype. This is Chase Oliver 68 saying peace.